All right, guys, this is irritating for whatever reason. There we go. Hi. Okay, so I wanted to take a minute because I can't be there today to kick off learning in marketing media. You've all joined the Google Classroom, but if you haven't, Mr. Chile has the course code so that you can join the Google Classroom. But once you're in the Google Classroom, I just kind of wanted to explain to you what you're going to be seeing every week from me to do your work both in class and at home. And to just kind of put out there that what we don't get done in class together, you'll have to do at home also. Okay. Like I told you last week, it's entirely possible that you might have a summative every week, depending on the materials that we're covering. So it's really important that we get through everything in the hyperdocs that you'll find in the Google Classroom. This is the hyperdoc for today's lesson, and it covers our all together time here is what we do in the class together, and the on your own is what you will be doing at home. This is not the final version. There's a couple things I still want to add to this, but it shouldn't look a whole lot different by the time you actually see it in your Google Classroom. In fact, I think something got pushed out this morning, but I'm going to be tweaking this as we go along because I forgot that Mr. Chile was going to be subbing for you. With our shortened schedule this afternoon, I'm actually down at the middle school right now teaching my class down there. So in your hyperdoc, which is found in your Google Classroom, so let me pull that up really quickly, show you what it looks like in the GC, marketing media, here we are. So for those of you who need the course code, there it is. 1, 2, move fast, write it down, do something. It's going away. Bye-bye. Okay, so anyway, here's the Google Classroom. This is a stream that just kind of, you guys are familiar and used to this. It's what shows in real time how things get uploaded to the Google Classroom. But I try to organize my Google Classroom by topic. And this is the unit we are starting off with, which is Fundamentals of Marketing. And if you click on it, you're just going to see that there's the one slide in here. And I think it's like this because I'm working on it. But at any rate, it's usually going to be the thumbnail of the slide. And if you click on it, you will see the same slide that I already had up. Okay, so this is the hyperdoc. I may add directions in this part of it, but I don't need to necessarily because the directions are actually going to be in the hyperdoc. Okay, so I also, in your Google Classroom here, if we go back to classwork, I'm always going to have this general course information, and when there's basic announcements and things, I will tag them to that area. Your course syllabus is still in here, but just to kind of show you, it's either going to be organized by unit or by general course information. And when there's a summative assignment, I will post it in that unit and it will show up the day of the summative in class. All of your summative projects will be done in class. There might be research pieces that you do as part of your on your own time at home, but you can always plan on using your block time to do a summative. So back to my hyperdoc. If you come into this in the altogether, we'll start with our learning targets for today. So I can define the marketing mix. I can explain how to use the marketing mix to enhance my business. And I can use the marketing mix to determine the best way to reach my target market. So your bell ringer, while Mr. Cheatley is taking attendance and sorting things out, if you click on this, you will see that it's going to open a Google form. Almost all of the Google forms that I have in my hyperdoc are going to show up where you write your answer in paragraph form. So it's a little bitty line, but you can type as much as you need to. Please send copies to yourself of your own responses and hit submit when you're done. Okay? So for anything that we are doing together in class, I am collecting your answers in a Google form. All right? So that's your bell ringer. So materials for today, I got a video. So the marketing mix is going to be explained in a video. You're going to watch that first. Then you're going to go over the standard marketing mix, and it is just an image, a graphic organizer of what the traditional marketing mix is. And then we have what I'm calling the mega marketing mix, and that has been modified to adapt modern digital world of selling. So the marketing mix is something, if you took intro to business, that we covered. And obviously we're diving a little bit deeper by going in this. If you have any questions about these things after you look at each of them, and go over them with Mr. Chile, then please shoot me an email. If I can answer it while I'm teaching down at the middle school, I will. If not, I will catch you after school. Okay. Check your understanding. It's going to be a Google form, and this is going to be a little confusing, but I didn't know this was something I was planning on doing in class with you, and just kind of having a discussion about. So you're going to, once again, capture your answers in a Google form for both of these check your understanding things. So you're going to examine the marketing mix of a company, and I've provided you the link to the company and their About Me page. You might have to do a little additional research to find the answers, but you're going to create the marketing mix together as a class for the company that is profiled here. And I'm not going to tip my hat yet. And then let's determine the best media for each target market. I am going to open this one and give you a preview and show you. It's a Google Doc. I don't want you writing in the Google Doc. I want you to copy and paste this and put it in the Google form. And you're just literally going to tell me, what type of media would you use to reach children between the ages of 2 and 8. So be creative. And hopefully you know what media are. Just in case you don't, media, those are those different channels of communication. It can be television, it can be print. So get creative. Obviously, I'm curious to see what your ideas are. You can be super specific and tell me, if we're reaching kids who are 2 to 8, like what time of day would you push it out in those media too? So type as much as you can in that Google Doc. Again, it was supposed to be a pointed discussion of class, and depending on Mr. Chile's comfort level, you can still have that, okay? And when you're done, hit submit on that Google form. This is what I'm expecting of you at home. Now, again, we only have 45 minutes in class today, so I think you can get through everything on the left side, but let's just say you don't get done with the second check your understanding. You're going to do that at home, okay? On your own, I want you to create a Google slide presentation. You're going to call it your last name. So in my case, it would be Shoemaker Marketing Mix. Please don't be cute and say your last name marketing mix. The whole point is that I can pull your assignment out really quickly if I need to look for it. You're going to pick a company and a product or a service. And in the Google Slides, create and illustrate the marketing mix for the specific company and product that you choose. Use the Megada Marketing Mix sample as a guide or template. Okay, so there's that sample over here of what that looks like. Give me some kind of graphic organizer. What I don't really want is 7 slides with the title of each section of the marketing mix in it and a bullet point list of what that looks like. I want a graphic organizer, so you're going to have to use shapes, you're going to have to use tools, you're going to have to use arrows, make it look pretty. That's what I want. Put the text in, about, and around it. If you're not sure, do a Google search about what they look like and copy some of that. Get creative. That's why this is your at-home assignment. Again, you should plan on 90 minutes of work at home for every class that you have. Be detailed and submit it to the Google Classroom to the assignment for this week's work when you're done, and then you're done for the week. Okay? And if you have any questions, by all means, email me anytime. I will respond as quickly as I can. All right, guys, miss you. Wish I was there, but I'm down at the middle school teaching a bunch of 7th and 8th graders about financial literacy. See you next week.